You hatch into pure chaos. It's hot, cramped, and smells like damp dirt and broken eggshells. The world outside is loud, full of chirps, rustles, and something that sounds suspiciously like danger. Congratulations, you're a Komodo dragon, the biggest lizard on planet Earth. A walking dinosaur that somehow missed the extinction memo. Except right now, you're the size of a candy bar. Soft, squishy, and completely edible. You're not the king of reptiles yet. You're breakfast. Your first glimpse of daylight comes through cracks in the ground. You weren't even born in a cozy nest. You just clawed your way out of a pile of dirt and rotten leaves where your mother buried her eggs weeks ago. Why? Because your own mom, the giant queen lizard who laid you, might eat you if she spots you. Welcome to the Komodo family, where love is optional and hunger is forever. So before you even figure out what legs are for, your instincts scream one word: run. You scramble up a tree like your life depends on it, because it literally does. Down below, the world is a war zone. Adult Komodos roam the grasslands of Indonesia's islands, slow, lumbering, and constantly hungry. They don't discriminate. Hatchlings, rodents, deer, even each other. Everything is fair game. If you make the rookie mistake of staying on the ground, you'll become a lizard nugget in under a minute. Up in the trees, things aren't exactly luxurious either. You cling to branches, heart pounding, eyes wide. The air smells of salt and dust. Every leaf movement feels like a potential threat. Snakes, birds, other dragons. You're basically a trembling piece of meat hiding in a jungle buffet. Days pass. You learn fast. You eat faster. Crickets, geckos, tiny birds, anything you can swallow. You grow slowly, and with every inch, you dream of the ground below. That forbidden kingdom of giants where someday you'll rule. But that day is years away. For now, your life is climbing, hiding, eating, and not dying. You're awkward, scaly, and paranoid, but alive. You'd think growing up on a tropical island would be paradise. Blue skies, ocean breeze, coconut vibes. Nope. The Komodo Dragon's childhood is more like a horror movie filmed in slow motion. Predators lurk everywhere. Eagles, snakes, and, ironically, other dragons. Even your siblings can't be trusted. In fact, most of your brothers and sisters won't even survive the first year. Out of 20 eggs, maybe 2 make it to adulthood. The rest? Snacks. You adapt. You learn stealth. You learn patience. You learn to sense movement from meters away. The faint vibration of a beetle landing on bark. The subtle shift of air when a bird swoops overhead. But your biggest lesson comes one fateful afternoon. A shadow glides across the treetops. You freeze. A large bird, a sea eagle, circles above, scanning for movement. You stay still as death. The eagle dives, talons flashing. You leap sideways, heart slamming, barely missing becoming a feathered lunch. You cling to the bark, gasping. Survival isn't luck, it's timing. 6 months later, you're bigger now, meaner, more confident. You've grown past the size of most predators that once scared you. The tree canopy starts to feel cramped. Your claws itch for the ground. So one humid morning, you descend slowly, carefully. Your claws sink into the soil. The scent of earth fills your nostrils. The world feels enormous. The sun burns your back. The wind hums across the grass. And for the first time, you feel like the dragon you were meant to be. But stepping onto the ground is like entering a gladiator arena. Adult Komodos roam like living tanks, heavy and deliberate. They can smell blood from miles away and sense prey just by tasting the air with their forked tongues. You keep your distance, hugging the shade. Your diet expands: rodents, eggs, carrion. Dead things are easier to catch, and you're not picky. You are, after all, a scavenger in training. Then it happens, your first real hunt. A baby boar stumbles too close. You freeze, muscles coiled. You've been watching how adults do it. Slow, patient, strike when least expected. You creep closer, step by step, and snap. You lunge, jaws clamping down. The boar squeals, thrashing, but your teeth slice deep. Adrenaline surges. You taste blood. But victory comes with a twist. You're bleeding too. The boar's kick caught your side. The wound stings, but you keep eating. Because in Komodo world, you either feast or you faint. As you grow, your body becomes a machine of destruction. Your jaw muscles can crush bones like crackers. Your teeth, tiny serrated blades, shred flesh with every bite. And your saliva? A bacterial soup of death. For decades, people thought Komodo dragons killed with venom, but the truth is darker. They infect their victims. One bite, and your prey's bloodstream becomes a war zone. Infection spreads fast. Within hours, it collapses, weak and trembling. An easy meal for you to track down later. You don't need to be fast when your food is dying on its own. But here's the thing. This genius weapon also works against you. Your mouth is a petri dish. One bad cut, one wrong bite, and your own bacteria can turn on you. So every meal is a gamble. Eat or be eaten, poison or perish. Still think being a dragon sounds cool? Living on Komodo's volcanic islands isn't for the faint-hearted. The ground itself burns under the midday sun. You walk slowly, conserving energy, tongue flicking in and out to read the air. The humidity wraps around you like a wet blanket, but you can't escape it. Your cold-blooded body depends on the heat. Too hot, and you'll overheat. Too cold, and you'll slow down so much even a snail could outrun you. So you play a daily game of temperature roulette. Mornings are for basking, afternoons for shade, evenings for hunting. Your internal battery, powered by sunlight, keeps you moving, stalking, surviving. But then comes the drought. For weeks, the island dries up. Streams shrink to muddy trickles. The grass turns brittle, prey vanishes. You grow weaker, hungrier, angrier. You stumble upon a carcass, half rotten, swarmed with flies, perfect. You rip into it, ignoring the stench. Survival has no manners. And just when you think life can't get worse, you spot movement. Another dragon, larger, older, scarred from 100 battles. It's not happy you're here. Komodo dragons don't share. Not food, not space, not anything. The other male hisses, puffing up like an inflatable monster. You do the same, trying to look bigger. For a moment, it's a silent standoff. Two prehistoric beasts sizing each other up. Then he charges. You twist, tail whipping like a club. He lunges, jaws snapping. Dust flies, claws scrape, scales collide. You feel the weight of his body slam into yours. Pain sears your side, but you bite back, locking your teeth into his neck. Both of you thrash violently, a whirl of dust, blood, and fury. Finally, he retreats, limping. You stand victorious, panting, body trembling from exhaustion. You've won. This patch of dirt, this meal, this moment. But victory doesn't taste like glory. It tastes like blood and loneliness. Because even when you win, you're still alone. Years pass. You're now a full-grown Komodo, 10 feet long, close to 150 pounds of muscle, bacteria, and bad attitude. The trees you once hid in now bend under your weight. You're finally the top predator of your island. Congratulations again. Sort of. Being on top comes with its own curse. You have no friends, no pack, no tribe. You roam alone across the dusty plains, hunting deer, pigs, even water buffalo. You stalk your prey silently, using stealth over speed. A single bite is enough to seal their fate, but your kills attract attention. Vultures circle. Other dragons appear, drawn by the scent of blood. You growl, hiss, threaten, but if they're bigger, you back off. Because the rule of the wild never changes. There's always someone hungrier. Still, you eat when you can. Your stomach stretches to hold up to 80% of your body weight. You feast until you can barely move, then collapse in the shade, panting. This is life as a Komodo dragon feast or famine, power or peril. And it's about to get even messier.